We have a new friend in the mortgage business, Union Home Mortgage. So nice to have you on with us, Mick Szoka.
Oh, well, thank you, Sandy. Really appreciate it.
This may be one of the toughest topics next to Medicare to try and figure out how to work with a mortgage.
That it
Sorry,
is.
you know.
Yeah, there's so many things that have evolved over time from, you know, I started in the business in '92, taking paper applications, so forth. You move fast forward to today where there's so much internet, so much paperless, you know, that kind of paper documentation has pretty much gone away.
Oh, I know. It's saving the trees, but it's still a little frustrating for some of us who are used to paper.
Yeah, it can actually even get even more frustrating because...
Sorry, I like to make up words.
Yeah, it's not a problem. But you know, there's so much that, you know, relies on people's internet savvy that, you know, it can be somewhat of a challenge for... There are folks that are not that internet savvy.
Well, certainly, because we've got multiple generations, and again, you know, baby boomers, some of the older ones are, you know, that's a little tougher.
Absolutely.
But Union Home Mortgage, how long has this been around?
Yeah, so Union Home Mortgage is an independent mortgage banker that started in business in 1970. So we're real close to getting to 50 years old. It was a very small company for many years until the current owner, Bill Cosgrove, purchased it in '98. And I joined the company in 2001, so I've been there.
You've been there a while.
Yeah.
Wow, sweet 16 or something like that.
Yeah, come
right?
17. Oh,
I'm going on 17.
Yeah,
That's
quit
right.
counting.
And you're the vice president and branch manager of the one here in Prescott. Where is Union
that is correct.
Home Mortgage in Prescott?
We're in the McCormick Building, 325 West Gurley Street, Suite 104. So right there in downtown Prescott. Myself and a couple other partners at this point in time, and we refer to each other as partners. Yes.
And you have parking, I think, there too. Your own parking.
Parking downstairs.
Which is a bonus when you're downtown Prescott. We love that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So what is the practices and your strategy kind of thing with Union Home Mortgage? What makes you special?
Yeah, so we focus extremely on the education part. We are partners. We all consider ourselves partners. We've continued to grow through the ups and downs of the industry. And the reason is because we do very good, sound, ethical loans. We want to educate customers. Currently, we retain our loans. So our philosophy is we want customers for life. So not are we mortgage originators, we're mortgage planners. And that's going to be one of the topics that, with the shows going forward, is the importance of having a plan for a mortgage. You know, we'll plan our education, we'll plan our career, we'll plan our vacation, but when it comes to the most important economic investment that we're going to make, so few people have a plan.
Right, because they just don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Well, and we want to say that this Union Home Mortgage you're going to come on once a month, Mick, and talk about different aspects of mortgage business, because again, education is so important, and that planning is saying if you don't know what you're talking about, you're not going to be able to plan.
Exactly.
Now, you just mentioned something that's, I think, really important, the fact that you guys hang on to your loans. You're not selling them to someone else.
That's correct, at this point in time.
To me, you know, that means that you are going to have good, solid loans, you know, with people that you trust and that have been screened and that kind of thing. So I just think that's really important. And plus, if I have a question, I can go to you and say, what is going on with my mortgage? Am I in a good place? Do I need to change it, update it, you know, whatever?
Exactly. And for us, as being mortgage planners, we're going to contact you as well on an annual basis and do what we call a mortgage checkup. Because people's lives change, right? You have your plan today. We work through the plan, so forth. But 2 years from now, that plan may have changed. For many people, it has, for whatever reason it may be. And so we continue to work and be customers.
And there's so many different ideas about mortgages, whether you go for a short one, you go for a 30-year, you know, what kind of interest you get. There's points. I mean, there is so much to know. So what are some of the other topics that you're going to talk about when you come back with us every month?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to start off talking about the four major components of a mortgage in the mortgage application. Actually, the application, which is income, credit, asset, and value. So we're going to break down each one of those and talk about what the importance of each one of those items are. You know, where you can focus your efforts in trying to build your plan, work forward, and explain the differences.
I tell you, this is going to be so
Items.
valuable because there's, to me, a home is permanence. I mean, it's stability. It's where you go when the world gets too much for you. And
Absolutely.
it's so important. Americans, I don't know if we're different than other folks in the world or not, but we really like to own our homes.
Yeah, and there's no place like home.
Aww.
You know that statement all the time. There's no place like home, and it's so
That's
true,
right.
right?
That's right.
To your point, that whenever things happen, you love to be home.
And this isn't Kansas, Dorothy, so
No.
you need to know what you're talking about,
Exactly.
okay? So Union Home Mortgage, you've got people that are just, you're going to sit down with us. You're going to say, okay, tell me what you've got, and then you're going to help us figure out the right plan
Exactly.
for it.
Exactly. I mean, I truly enjoy meeting with my people. I do some applications over the phone, internet, so forth, but my pleasure is meeting people, sitting down with them, helping them get from building that plan, getting that to fruition, to completion, and then continuing on.
I don't think there's anything more important. You want to be friends. I mean, you're my
Absolutely.
friend now, Mick. You're my new friend.
Yeah.
but I think that's really important to have a friend in the mortgage business like you, Mick, and like
Absolutely.
Union Home Mortgage, because, if I've got a question, even if I have a mortgage, even if I don't, if I want to, whatever, I know I can call you, and you're going to make time for me. You're going to help me find out, where we
Absolutely.
are and what we need to do.
And the part of building a plan doesn't mean that we're going to you're going to purchase a home today. Maybe that plan isn't today. Maybe it's
down
6
the
months
road.
from now. Maybe it's a year from now. Whatever be the case.
So we're going to talk about this next month. You're going to get into this whole plan thing
Yep.
and help us know what we're doing. I'm excited because I mean, I've had mortgages in the past. I've got mortgages now.
Yeah.
And I want to know more about those. So anyway, Mick Szoka of Union Home Mortgage right here in Prescott. We look forward to seeing you next month and getting our plan in place.
I look forward to it as well.
Thanks for
Thank you so
joining
much.
us, Mick.